Hitman Absolution. We're doing Run for Your Life, AA Gamer for Life. Okay, in the first video, I showed you get through the cutscene. Excuse me. Make sure you get the wrench off the roof. You get down here. Showed you how you get the cop's uniform. Run off into the center part of the map. Get the evidence. Find the two items for the lost and found out there: the radio and the statue bust. Okay, now with this Silence Please one, you don't have to go through the steps that I'm going through to get this complete, but there are two items of interest for your lost and found in here. There's a set of scissors and a power cord. So what I'm going to recommend is you don't have to go through this whole video, so after about 5-6 minutes you'll see where the two items of interest are, or you can just tell you real quick where they're at. Right up here, after I throw a knife up this dude, and then right here is a set of scissors, and then right off to the left where I'm at, right where this guy's coming from, is a power cord, and then behind the stairs is another power cord, and that's the only two lost and found items in here. Now, as far as completing this challenge,
Who did this?
all right, so we got our first guy, and that unlocks the second plea or Silence Please challenge. And you don't have to go through this video the way I'm going to do this. Much faster process would be to just reload the checkpoint and to get these first 2-3 guys. Mostly just the first two guys, because the other crates to stuff a body in is on the other side of the room. So you could, you saw I got the first guy, that takes care of the first challenge. You got this guy, and that's going to be the first one of our second challenge. Now you can just reload the checkpoint, get these two guys, reload the checkpoint, do the next two until you get your 7 bodies in. Alright, the process I'm going to go through is obviously a lot lengthy. This is like a 12-minute video to get all these guys in crates, and my original plan was to get these 7 guys in the crates and then try to get through the level without being spotted, but it's just too easy to get spotted, and it's just not worth the time it takes to do this. So kill who you got to kill, get your 2 lost and found items, and then just reload the checkpoint. So from that point on, so if you want to watch the rest of the video, by all means do so, but at least I kind of hooked you up on how to get this challenge done quickly. With this the ability to throw a weapon at somebody and without being spotted, you got to make sure that their back is turned to you. Like right now, if I was to pop out, even though he couldn't see me, when you get through the process of throwing it, you get spotted. And so that was my original game plan, was to get these 7 and then kind of walk through it. And kind of this game with the guidebook and all that, it's real frustrating. The information in the guidebook is just not complete, and the guidebook is very thick, and it's also no help to you on the harder levels. Okay, because all the information is basically based on playing the game on normal. So completing the game on its harder difficulties, the guidebook is basically useless to you. There's our power cord. On the harder difficulty, there's more enemies out here, and then they just spot you a lot faster. You have to use cover a lot more, and so for the money that it costs for a guidebook, at least they could give you the information. And also the maps show you where items are. Like, it just says that there's an item there. It doesn't say that there's a scissors there. It doesn't say that it's a cord or a radio or this and that. And for what it costs for a guide, they could have hooked you up with that information. And like the map for the roof, it just totally doesn't show that the wrench is there. So just sucks to spend the money for that and not have the information in it to be right to help you get through the game. I mean, the graphics and kind of the way the you know, the story's going is kind of cool, but it's also on the frustrating side because um, it doesn't appear like you get to use any of the weapons. So I don't really know what's going on. This is, I guess this is the 4th level in, and I haven't earned any money. The first level, when we killed the Diane chick, it was the only level that we've earned any money. So I got 75,000 in our offshore account, and hardly anything's unlocked. And then like the silver ballers, all the upgrades are very expensive, and you're like, well, I don't have them at this point. I'm wondering when I'm going to get them back in the game. And I've also bought like the agency shotgun off the Xbox Marketplace, and they had some other cool stuff in there, but I'm like, when am I ever going to get to use that? It might be with the person or the contracts. I don't really know. I've only done one contract, but still have not earned any money, and I don't really know how that plays off to, you know, doing it in the game. I mean, the levels are so hard on the harder levels. It would be nice to, you know, bring some weapons into a level, and it's just they're not there. They kind of give you what they give you, and you have to use your surroundings to get through the level. Like, I'm trying to do this level on a harder level, and there's just more cops out here. If you get spotted, it's like you go right to having somebody spot you right off the bat. So it's definitely frustrating for sure. I know in Hitman Blood Money, the levels were, they had these crates where you could stash some of your own personal weapons, and that was kind of nice. It would take you almost like a walkthrough just to kind of get enough money to upgrade them all, but with this game, at this point, I really don't know what's going to happen with the other levels, but it's still on the frustrating side as far as you know, you come in to these levels and you just don't have any weapons, ammo, this and that, and you know, the marketplace has got some really cool weapons, but I was like, what's the point of spending any Microsoft points on them, even if they are cheap? There does not appear to have any kind of ability to, you know, get those weapons. I mean, in the contract mode that might be the case, but in the story it doesn't really seem to be the case. So as far as the later levels, I don't really know what's going to happen, if you'll ever be able to use any of your own upgraded stuff or not. At this point, I don't even know when we're going to see our silver ballers again, but I bought the agency shotgun, and one of the nice things about buying it off the marketplace is that they're fully upgraded. But I was like, well, I'm not seeing any point to buy any more weapons because I really don't know how to get them into this story mode, if there's even a chance that you can. Maybe it's just for contracts only. But as you can see, I'm going through a lot of work here to get all these 7 bodies in, and like I mentioned earlier in the video, you'd be done by now by the time it takes you to do all this. So just reload the checkpoints, get your first 2 bodies, and just keep doing that until your challenge is complete. I totally missed my mark there. That sucked.
Won't go away. I'm gonna go do a search. Over. Hello, anyone here? Hello? I'm a police officer. I'll take you in, whoever it is. Hear me?
That's why I was saying you don't have to go through all this.
Dispatch? Nothing anyways.
Okay, so from this point, I just drag this guy all the way back around till we get to our first guy because all the other crates are full. And then that's going to take care of our Silence Please Part 2. But like I mentioned earlier, you know, just do the way I mentioned it. But if you watch this video all the way through, appreciate it. Gave me a little chance to vent about this game and all its quirky things about it. But alright, so we got our one piece of evidence earlier in the first video, and then the items of interest, and now we're going to get through getting through this level. If you like the videos, you can always support us by checking out the ads.